Hello everyone and now welcome to a game, CoolXian versus LawLiet, this game taking place here on Echo Isle 2.0. CoolXian spawning as the yellow Night Elf here under the name Night Elf Funny Race, going up against LawLiet, human player on the top right hand side of Echo Isle. For all you guys out there who are saying I should use an overlay so that I can see some more information, see what's going on, farm supply, all of that cool stuff. This is 2022. You are absolutely right. I was sponsoring the overlay for quite some time. I think I sponsored Pad like over 100. Got to be over $100 by now. But the updates are just well. I guess the Warcraft 3 community is not crying out that they need this overlay yet, because the current version of the overlay does not support this current patch. All of these micro patches by Blizzard, changing the patch number to fix footprints and that sort of thing, or more likely stability issues. Say, for instance, whether or not the Breath of Fire animation gets properly loaded every time. Well, those things do need to be addressed and fixed as well. Anyways, we are looking at LawLiet opening up with an Ancient of War next to this mercenary camp here. No big surprise. Hey, Anton, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. And well, for all you guys out there, now that I'm reminded by Twitch, who do have a free Twitch Prime subs to use, please consider using that Twitch Prime sub for me. I guess I'm starting to feel my age, and it's, well, yeah, just trying to take out an hour a day of my life to try and cast games. Would really like the support. Anyways, let's go ahead and focus back on this game instead. Ancient of War tanking quite a bit of damage here. No hiring from the mercenary camp as of yet, as the Demon Hunter now back out onto the battlefield by CoolXian. Meanwhile, LawLiet does have an Archmage down to the south here, and it looks like both sides are just going to be doing a bit of creeping. LawLiet picking up an easy, well, Tome of Intelligence +1, and now going to be making his way down with those militia. More peasants are still being trained, so it does appear to be a fast expansion attempt, a very, very classic style of play here on Echo Isle. Archmage going to wander back down to the south side here and go straight after that Forest Troll trap. Well, militia does get ensnared, and now that some of those militia are actually close enough to engage while ensnared, damage is being dealt. Archmage sitting at level 1 will get to level 2 off of this creep camp pretty easily, picking up a Ring of Protection, and now may try to drop another Water Elemental here before the Demon Hunter is inbound. Are we going to be looking up at a tower as well? In comes the Demon Hunter. Archmage is going to drop the Water Elemental. No, does get a mana, or does not get the mana burn in time. Drops the Water Elemental, as that Ring of Regeneration onto the Demon Hunter, going to make him much more difficult to take out. Your hit points are worth more the more armor you have, so to speak. So this level 2 Demon Hunter with 5 armor with a Ring of Regeneration, really regenerating a decent amount of hit points, especially when a Nightfall comes back around. Forest Troll Shadow Priest also here getting in a quick Abolish magic onto that Water Elemental, as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest and Archer are looking to get some damage onto that one poor peasant. Down to the south side here, Archmage looking to perhaps pick up Boots of Speed. Gonna run in and around outside and picks up. Did he sell one as well? All right, we need to take someone with. Well, no, Demon Hunter picking up Boots of Speed as well. All right, so sold the Scroll of Town Portal and that Ring of Protection, and it now ends up with one's Boots of Speed. However, the Demon Hunter also having Boots of Speed, as well as both sides getting in some engagements. There is another mana burn there. Demon Hunter keeping the Archmage in check, and now the Brilliance Aura on the Archmage, really more of a hazard or a hinder than a helpful ability, as all it's doing is giving the Demon Hunter the ability to deal more damage back to that Archmage. Demon Hunter shooing the Archmage all the way back home. We are looking at, well, a Wisp here, a Tree of Life now being placed down. Archmage has no easy way of taking down this Tree of Life. Forest Troll Shadow Priest may attempt to take it down, as well as the Demon Hunter now making its rounds out as well. Demon Hunter going to come across here, get a mana burn off onto that Archmage. No real problem there. Now going after that Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Forest Troll Shadow Priest actually using using that little bit right there to get him a bit of an ability as the Demon Hunter takes down the Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Still not shy of level 3, but getting quickly there as another mana burn lands down on this Archmage. All right, this game of Night Elf versus Human here on Echo Isle giving me flashbacks for 20 plus years of Demon Hunter versus Archmage. All of these mana burns keeping that Archmage in check. How is LawLiet going to respond? Well, he's going to respond with a much larger army here in just a moment, as he's going to be running off of 2 bases. Also, at the same time, Archmage is trying to take down this Tree of Life here as the Demon Hunter going to once more venture on in, perhaps get another mana burn there, and that Archmage just pretty much does not have a chance. Archmage now trying to retreat back, going to perhaps, no, not going to aggro those creeps as the Demon Hunter gets off another 50-point mana burn. All right, those consistent mana burns really causing quite a bit of problems as CoolXian now goes into a Naga Sea Witch as well, and that faster tier 2 getting up a more powerful second hero, as it's going to take a little bit of time for LawLiet to even consider training up a second hero, either from that Tavern Shop or that Altar of Kings. Archmage looking to retreat back, Footman running back across, Demon Hunter going to try and give chase once more, and has continually put that Archmage in perpetual check, so to speak, making it so that that Archmage and LawLiet has not really been able to put in the pressure that he really wants. However, that Archmage has been a good distraction, and by being a good distraction, it has allowed LawLiet to set up a very decent expansion or an outpost. I guess I'm overloading on the chess metaphors right now. A decent expansion out here. And what that expansion is going to obviously do is give him that economic advantage. However, the economic advantage may not last long, as CoolXian is already going to be uprooting this Tree of Life and transitioning over. LawLiet understanding the timing of the game here, knowing that this is the perfect opportunity to try and clear out this orange mercenary creep camp, that will give or should give the Archmage level 3, if not get very close, as well. CoolXian's Demon Hunter and Naga Sea Witch is in fact clearing out his own natural expansion. Archmage, very close to level 3, need to finish off a couple of Kobold Tunnelers and a couple of Kobolds there. Has a Pendant of Energy. Wisp now making its way over. There's a Forest Troll Shadow Priest there. There's level 3. Archmage could try and drop a Water Elemental. There is a 100-point mana burn, though. Over 250 points of mana being burned by that Demon Hunter, as that Demon Hunter still has something to say and do. All right, are we going to see a Scroll of Regeneration? Yeah, Arcane Tower there. Are we going to see some repairs? No, quick cancellation of 1 tower. Scout Tower also going to quickly get canceled. LawLiet a bit late in terms of trying to, a bit late in terms of upgrading those guard towers there, as now the Naga Sea Witch and getting in some decent damage. All right, Forest Troll Shadow Priest should now be taking that arcane damage. LawLiet on top of that micro right there, removing all of that healing, and now perhaps going to go after that Demon Hunter, trying and prevent any additional mana burns. All right, microing that 1 arcane tower to make sure that multiple units do not have mana, as more peasants could try and be trained up. All right, are we going to see what is the Blood Mage doing out here onto the battlefield, getting in a bit of damage, as the Blood Mage could try and siphon mana here, while the Demon Hunter is just absorbing damage and dishing it out. Forest Troll Shadow Priest low on mana here. Meanwhile, Forest Troll Berserker trying to rack up damage. The Blood Mage has taken quite a bit of damage, and now we see some slow going down onto that Demon Hunter here. Dryads should really be trying to abolish that slow. That Demon Hunter is taking a little bit more damage than he would like or suspect, as Archmage now dropping in some Water Elementals to perhaps rack up damage onto those Dryads. Not enough piercing damage to really punish the Dryads yet, as the units are retreating back. LawLiet taking a beating, but keeps on ticking. His expansion, well, pretty much in shambles, needs to be rebuilt. Meanwhile, we are looking at CoolXian already mining at his, but a 3,000 gold advantage does currently exist for total gold mine. LawLiet sitting at 50 over 66 compared to 40 over 50. But then again, the Night Elf is at tier 3. We could be looking into bears now momentarily, as we are, well, trying to get a bit of gold. Perhaps did they buy a bunch of items from the shop? Yes, scrolls of healing to try and put in pressure and make sure that these scout towers do not, well, become fully operational. Arcane Tower, not yet. Arcane Tower unable to do much there. Demon Hunter may try and get a mana burn off, and there is that mana burn. Blood Mage able to get back up to 100 mana here. Are we going to perhaps be looking at some Flame Strike? Riflemen do have the range upgrades as well, currently sitting at 1-0. LawLiet banking quite a bit of gold. Perhaps going to try and get a bit more upgrades. No upgrade to tier 3 though, as we are getting level 1 weapon upgrades as well. Arcane Sentry also going to be picked up here. Meanwhile, the Ogre Warrior, Ogre Magi creep camp off to the north going to be cleared up, as well the Night Elf taking this opportunity to perhaps level up that Naga Sea Witch to level 3, or that Demon Hunter to level 4. Back down to the south there is a Sentry Ward quickly getting cleared up. Archmage sitting at 3. Blood Mage nowhere to be. Oh, Blood Mage sitting at level 2, and now heading back down to the south side. All right, we are looking at a gargantuan sea turtle. Gargantuan sea turtle, giant sea turtles down across here. One of the better changes of Echo Isle, this little creep camp in the bottom corner is no longer one way in, one way out, no longer nearly as dangerous, as the Blood Mage is looking to get to level 3, trying to clear out this creep camp. Level 2 Siphon Mana going to be incredibly important to try and, well, shut down that Demon Hunter from being able to mana burn far too much. Sobi Mask on that Blood Mage now, as the Archmage does not have that boost of speed any longer. All right, Priest, well, staying behind, trying to heal up a Water Elemental. Common mistake for beginning human players, not realizing that, well, the Priest would try and heal up that Water Elemental, draining a bit of mana as well. Archmage is at 3, Blood Mage is at 3, on the move out across the battlefield. Tree of Eternity already done. We are looking at Dryads and now getting in some additional upgrades on those hides, so the Dryads and those bears will have higher armor. Meanwhile, an aggressive creep by LawLiet, and is this going to be enough to get him back into the driver's seat of this game here? He does have a lot of tier 1 and tier 2 units. Sorceress, Priest, and Footman. Are they really going to hold up against the bears and the dryads of the Night Elf army? However, 69 over 80 supply compared to 76 over 78. Army supply advantage now belonging to LawLiet, but really the attack advantage does belong to CoolXian with the units that are out here on the battlefield. Blood Mage, however, does have a word to say about those bears. He would like to fry them up with a Flame Strike, as the Entangled Gold now taking a bit of damage as repairs are underway. All right, Blood Mage trying to get in position. Are we going to see a turnaround and Flame Strike right there? There is a Flame Strike, and are we going to see a Siphon Mana to follow it up? Yes, we are. Damage going to rack up onto a couple of Druids of the Claw, as Staff of Preservation is there. Another Flame Strike could be coming down here. There's a more Siphon Mana trying to shut down that Demon Hunter. Another Flame Strike could be coming down here. Are we going to see the Flame Strike? No, we are not. It needs to back up a little bit as the Dryads are coming into position. Bears walking through the fire and flames now, as a bear may actually get taken down. There goes one. A lot of damage being absorbed as the Archmage now getting mana burned once again. Blood Mage could try and siphon more mana back in, but retreating is LawLiet, a departing Flame Strike to get a little bit of damage. At the same time, well, a Tree of Life is trying to be built next to a whole bunch of scout towers off to the north. I believe CoolXian does have the Night Elf Vision upgrade, so he should be able to see this scout tower here. And as a Staff of Teleportation now inbound, the Demon Hunter going to look to try and clean things up. All right, Blood Mage is here, siphon mana away from that Demon Hunter, and this is not looking like a good spot at all. All right, Demon Hunter by his lonesome self, as we are now seeing a transition into mortar teams as well. LawLiet getting in some powerful tier 2 units. Those mortar teams should be able to deal large amounts of damage to those dryads in that back line. and this is a very nasty now 1-2 combination. Archmage, the footmen, riflemen, and spellbreakers in the front line, casters in the back, with the mortar teams in the very far back, being able to put pressure onto those dryads. There's also a fair number of guard towers here, which will give a small window of opportunity. No masonry upgrades on these guard towers as the Demon Hunter tries to do a quick run by here. All right, Arcane Tower going to be, trying to drain up a bit of mana. Scroll of Town Portal now inbound. Repairs are underway. Well, nope. No Scroll of Town Portal. Demon or Blood Mage now just going to try to walk on over. There's a Flame Strike there, and there is quite a bit of damage as Roar is being stolen off of those bears. More siphon mana. Peasants are trying to fight back as all of the towers are now gone. All right, front line is a little bit of a problem. Not as tight of a corridor as that earlier spot, as LawLiet needs to get to level 4 for that level 2 Flame Strike. Perhaps you need to try to mana burn off that Demon Hunter even further. All right, more siphon mana there. Demon Hunter trying to, not going to be able to, does get the mana burn off as the Blood Mage unable to do much there, trying to follow it up. Blood Mage now currently low on mana, perhaps going to try and siphon mana away from one of the many other targets, bears, dryads, bears and Naga Sea Witch, as the Demon Hunter gets up to level 5. Level 3 Flame Strike, or level 2 Flame Strike does go down. Level 4 now on the Blood Mage. 2 bears fall here, as this is just turning into a bloodbath on both sides. Blood Mage could be in trouble, down to dead, as he gets finished up easily. All right, Archmage trying to turn things back around, as we are looking at the mortar teams trying to lob attacks back. Demon Hunter and Naga Sea Witch both sitting at level 5 with level 3 abilities now. Level 3 Fork Lightning could cause a lot of problems once enough mana is down. Mortar teams are looking to trying to finish off those dryads. There goes, nope. No, the dryads were able to dodge that damage in time, as the Demon Hunter is now down to 127 hit points, but recovering nicely as he gets Staff of Preservation back home. Mortar teams are trying to finish off those back units. Are they going to find any targets there? One dryad does get taken down. Demon Hunter back and ready for action after, Staff of Preservation, Staff of Teleportation, 1-2 regenerating all of that hit points there. All right, Mortar team looking to retreat back here. It looks like he will get taken down. One more final shot. No, Orb of Venom doesn't finish him, as you cannot die from poison. Invisibility keeping him alive, as the mortar teams, just staying in that front line spot. Mortar teams in the back position going to try and lob. There goes another dryad there, trying to finish off more of those units. A bear going to try and get a final shot off again, as the Blood Mage is still not getting resurrected here. Not enough guard towers here. Guard tower trying to finally poke back across. Are we going to see some damage, as we now see a Staff of Teleportation on the Archmage in order to head back there? Dryads are getting finished up. Archmage now gets up to level 5 as he's trying to fight back here. Guard towers are in position as CoolXian's push is just continuing. Demon Hunter gets up to level 6 and, just needs a little bit more mana, and then can start using that chaos damage to really try and take control of the game. Mortar team's trying to push back the other way, and CoolXian says, you know what, I have pushed far enough. Let me regroup for just a moment. But, no, LawLiet wants to continue this fight a bit longer. Demon Hunter continuing to fight back once more. No mana burns going down. Druids of the Claw all in Druid form, as they are engaging against this front line, which is mainly made up of medium armor. Not a good position to be in, as the Demon Hunter back up to 158 mana, going to get Staff of Preservation back home and perhaps try and heal up again. LawLiet was, being cheeky, mining some gold from this gold mine as the Demon Hunter now makes its way down to the south, perhaps to go to these full moon wells and, get back and ready for more action. Staff of Teleportation inbound, perhaps to shut down the expansion off to the north, and here he is. Banish Transition would be nice for Demon Hunter. Yeah, Banish Transition would work out well, but then how do you deal with the bears? If you deal with the Demon Hunter, this massive army of bears would just absolutely wreck your front line. You cannot allow the bears to freely engage without being able to accumulate a bit of damage on them. And if you try and focus fire, the focus fire just may not be fast enough, as there is a Staff of Preservation in play. Mortar teams getting in quite a bit of lobs here. This is not going to be a good spot to be in at all. Archmage wants, Archmage not anywhere in the right position. Going to go ahead and start doing Blizzard to try and take down some of the Wisp who are repairing, but still not enough there, as we see a teleport out. LawLiet transitioning away from water elementals into Blizzard. Blood Mage now, well, Blood Mage is now getting resurrected back out onto the battlefield as the supply count 40 over 78 compared to 79 over 80. All right, if AoE damage is worth doing, it is worth overdoing, apparently, as not just level 2 Flame Strike, but level 3 Blizzard to get in damage on this front line. An interesting transition considering that water elementals were of little to no use after the dryads have just been able to constantly abolish magic and, well, feed up more experience. All right, more mortar teams are getting added in again. We're sitting at 54 over 78 supply, trying to train up more units out here onto the battlefield as LawLiet gets up an additional farm. And are we seeing level 1? Yeah, level 1 masonry upgrade now completed. It looks like CoolXian's a little bit unsure of what to do next. CoolXian should really consider getting in more scrolls of healing. Scrolls of healing incredibly important to try and counteract all of that AoE damage. That's just slowly adding up onto those targets here. Demon Hunter going after the mortar team. Mortar team down to 231 hit points, taking a little bit of damage, but will get healed back up by those priests. We are still staying at keep, not going into castle, getting level 2 weapon upgrades for these spellbreakers as level 2 armor upgrades are already done. There's a reveal off to the north that Tree of Life has been scouted out as an engagement could be underway here in just a moment. Blood Mage is, well, doing an invisibility trick to try and keep track of where his opponent is, as we're looking at the Demon Hunter now transitioning more into Fairy Dragons to deal with all of the casters. All right, there's a mana burn. Are we going to see some more damage rack on through? There's some mortar teams. There's some Siphon mana. There's the Demon Hunter with, well, Metamorphosis as Tornado now picking up the Blood Mage and also those Spellbreakers. The Sea Witch now trying to make their way back through as we see a Flame Strike go down onto all of those units, trying to create a little bit of distance there. There's some more Siphon mana. There's some more Blizzard. Blood Mage could get down another Flame Strike here in just a moment. There's a mana burn. Blood Mage, well, Scroll of Healing being used around, it could really go for that Flame Strike now as we are still, there it goes. There's that Flame Strike across all of those units in that frontline spot as Spellbreakers are taking, well, very little damage from that Flame Strike as they are magic immune. More AoE damage, and this is a bunch of bear damage, and they can barely stand it. How many bears are going to fall? Oh my goodness, that must have been at least 5 bears lost right there. A big bout of damage there. However, Blood Mage did not level up. Archmage did not level up either. Every single bear seems to be falling as the Dryads are going to end up taking a little bit of damage. Level 6 Naga Sea Witch ends up falling, as well as the Demon Hunter tries to carry the team on his back and realize there's no team for him to carry any longer. CoolXian losing everything in that fight except the Demon Hunter, and even then, the Demon Hunter may be in trouble. Bear getting taken down, and we are now looking at a 46 supply going up against a 54. All right. AoE damage really racked up a transition into Blizzard and slow with Flame Strike. That AoE damage taking quite a big toll. And, well, it looked like the Archmage and the Blood Mage was the one that had the Scrolls of Healing to keep their army as alive as long as they did. We're looking at the Tree of Life just absolutely getting bombarded now. This Tree of Life will get taken down here pretty easily. But one thing to note, well, this gold mine has a minute and a half of mining left. This gold mine for CoolXian still has 6 minutes. That means, well, unless LawLiet starts doing long-distance mining here or sets up an expansion, he is going to be behind economically for quite a while. Archmage, Bloodmage now making their play back over. Can they take down the Altar of Elders in time? All right, Wisp are trying to make their way over to repair, only to see it absolutely get destroyed. All right, repairing a building that's getting hit by Blizzard and Flamestrike, not a good idea. Bears now making their way back over. Fly Machines trying to go after the Fairy Dragons. Flamestrike now going down. Archmage now trying to retreat back as we see a mass teleport underway. Archmage down to 205 hit points, but able to get away. Fly Machines now looking to retreat back here. More rejuvenations could be in order. This expansion now done. Micro patch. My like as much as it's a micro patch. I don't think the replays have actually changed, though. I can still play older replays with no problems whatsoever. I think Pad just needs to update his what web API saying that this particular version of Warcraft 3 is supported. No need to give shade to Blizzard if Blizzard is fixing important things such as Breath of Fire, animation not always loading, or, Murloc footprints, whatever it is. Coming back around, Demon Hunter, they're going to go ahead and, get in a little bit of trouble. No stun here. Staff of Teleportation will allow him to back away. Mortar teams fighting back the other way as well. Flying Machines out, flying up ahead, still scouting out here as CoolXian pretty much has 4 minutes to try and close out this game. All right, what is going on here? Mass teleport away, and now the Dryads and Naga Sea Witch and Demon Hunter is in position. All right, we're going to be looking at a base trade scenario, expansion versus expansion. But, this expansion only has 2,000 gold left here as the repairs are getting in. All right, Scroll of Town Portal. Scroll of Town Portal, mass repair. Blizzard taking down all of the Wisp there, and the Tree of Life still going to end up falling as the Archmage, unable to mass teleport out now. Flamestrike now hitting down as the Demon Hunter going after the Blood Mage. Demon Hunter, however, is still getting slowed down quite a bit as some could end up getting lost. Demon Hunter still looking to try and finish off more and more targets, keeping units at bay here as we're looking at another Spellbreaker getting taken down. LawLiet is the only one getting any gold right now, so LawLiet having that economic advantage. We're looking at 55 supply going up against 42. Dryads are a good call, but they are a bit risky as well with mortar teams in the back. That splash damage and really tearing up that unarmored back line, but still needing to be able to remove the slow from the Demon Hunter in order to catch up and deal damage to a fleeing LawLiet human army. All right, Dryads here slowly poking apart another peasant going to get taken down. Town Hall could end up falling as we are looking at more Blizzard coming back across here, taking down Wisp after Wisp. All right, Blood Mage now trying to retreat back. A Demon Hunter getting Orb of Venom damage in. There is another mana burn there. No easy teleport away as the Blood Mage sitting at level 5 could try and get up to level 6 here. There's a mana burn. There's a flame strike across those buildings as well. And those Moonwells represent a good amount of hit points to the Night Elf army too. However, who's going to really win out in this battle? That is the question, as it may come down to the Bears and how many hit points they have. And for good news for CoolXian, the Bears have a large amount of hit points and may be able to engage again. 45 supply going up against 51. CoolXian is in a little bit of trouble as a Tree of Eternity has now moved itself off to the north and may be able to entangle this gold mine to get a bit of gold. All right, really going back and forth. Flying Machines, taking a little bit of damage from the Metamorphosis Demon Hunter. That chaos damage, range chaos poison damage really adding up, especially with that fast attack speed. Coming back around, Druids of the Claw still wandering around on the south side here. It really could go either way, coming down to how effective those flame strikes and blizzards are. Archmage is continually trying to get into position here as the Archmage, well, has to be very careful with those mana burns. All right, there's a reveal there. Naga Sea Witch is there. Invisibility onto a sorceress. Now pushing through a couple of invisible units, trying to figure out where they can teleport to, and that may be a beacon sorceress right there. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you need 2 invisible sorceresses at the same time and all you have are 2, create a little bit of distance between those 2 sorceresses and then micro them to cast invisibility on each other, and that does in fact work. They're able to cast invisibility before getting the invisibility cast on them, and you have 2 invisible sorceresses, even though you normally wouldn't be able to do that. All right, Demon Hunter is still pressing his way through. Mass Teleport trying to back out. Are we going to see some damage there? There is no Fork Lightning either, as the Naga Sea Witch unable to finish those things off. All right, Entangling is done by CoolXian off to the north. All of those Moonwells are cleared down to the south. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Just peasants as all over the place, being able to be mass teleported to try and destroy and take down buildings. All right, gold is still being mined. 53 over 50 supply here compared to 48 over 84. Who is winning? Now, numbers are so close together. Demon Hunter, mana burn, siphon mana. Demon Hunter trying to get away, taking quite a bit right there. That's slow. That Demon Hunter pretty much looking like he's running on a treadmill and being forced to try and retreat back. This one additional, imagine this, I would hate this scenario on the old Echo Isle. I've always said I like maps with an odd number of gold mines, as it naturally creates tension and points of interest. LawLiet now getting up to level 6, having access to a Phoenix. All right, that Phoenix could cause problems. Are we going to see a Phoenix being dropped down? No Phoenix dropped down yet. I would have suspected a Phoenix first, as the Phoenix, able to do quite a bit. All right, Mass Teleport coming back across here. Demon or Blood Mage low on mana again. We haven't seen the ultimate ability. No quick, easy way to tell what his level 6 ability was as of yet. All right, who is winning? Army supplies 54 compared to 47. Total building hit points belonging to LawLiet. Army damage output, I don't know, that Archmage and Blood Mage both have a very high damage output, as we now see a Phoenix take to the skies. The Phoenix does have some big damage in store as well. Imagine, didn't Typhoon... Typhoon is difficult to cast, and having an ultimate ability cancel another ultimate ability is usually not in the easiest or best way. All right, Archmage going to pick up a Cloak of Shadows. Every bit of gold matters. That Phoenix doesn't want to die above trees, as that egg would have nowhere to land. And there you have it. There's that Phoenix egg, and the very, very short timed life there. It will be hatching again. Tornado. Someone said Typhoon. It is Tornado. Why a Naga Sea Witch casts Tornado instead of Typhoon is beyond me. But yes, that is the question there. All right, Mass Teleport inbound. And then Teleport inbound as well. In comes some damage as the mortar teams are trying to take down all of these buildings here. Naga Sea Witch finding a Fork Lightning, getting in some damage here, and now could perhaps be going after those Druids of the Claw. Dryades are now trying to put in pressure. Archmage gets invisibility down and now stays alive at 62 hit points. The Orb of Venom still ticking away at its life bar. Going to try and Mass Teleport away. Demon Hunter going to be able to mana burn? No, not able to mana burn the Archmage in time, but able to teleport back across to the other side of the map to try and shut down this Tree of Eternity. All right, Blizzard now coming back across. Demon Hunter, Metamorphosis, going to be able to perhaps get some damage off onto that Archmage. Archmage now down to 129 hit points, taking quite a bit of damage. Now down to 79, 74 as the Demon Hunter trying to finish off targets and units. All right, repairs underway. Tree of Eternity not going to be able to hold on to it. Oh, I take it back, able to hold on to it, but leaving behind the Blood Mage. Mass Teleport. Blood Mage was not within range, and he gets taken down. Blood Mage falls at level 6 after the mass teleport, Naga Sea Witch trying to finish off the Phoenix Egg, unable to do so, and the Tree of Eternity is still mining. All right, mass teleport coming back around. Archmage gonna go ahead, finish off a couple of Moonwells, trying to take down the remainder of these buildings, but the Tree of Eternity is still alive and well. Without the Blood Mage, things are not looking good at all, as the Demon Hunter, well, may be able to teleport back out here in just a moment. Phoenix trying to able to take down another unit there, as the Fairy Dragons are showing up to the party to try and take down this unit here. Fairy Dragon does do quite a bit of piercing damage. Is this one Phoenix going to end up getting taken out? No, the Fairy Dragon not giving chase for some reason, as the Demon Hunter is still going to town across all of these buildings. All right, Naga Sea Witch, with that Typhoon, could try and destroy and win this base race scenario, as the, well, Phoenix getting a little bit of protection by the creep camps that were never cleared out. Demon Hunter teleporting back across the inside. Are we going to see some damage rack up onto the Archmage? Yes, but not enough to finish it off. One mortar team actually getting left behind, as well, as the Phoenix is still able to cause quite a bit of problems trying to hide and fight another day. And I believe, however, that is going to be it. LawLiet throwing down the GG, leaving the game, as CoolXian will outlast his opponent and did not make that critical mistake. LawLiet mass teleporting away, leaving behind a level 6 Blood Mage, really tipped the scales in favor of CoolXian. LawLiet could have perhaps been able to keep that Demon Hunter in check. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.